we're very excited about this.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes, you've done a lot of work behind the scenes to help with Bridge is our 501c3 arm. And we launched a soft launch last year with that program, and we take resources out into communities. So it's basically low barrier. We're going out and providing resources for minority and women entrepreneurs, and the feedback that we're getting from the businesses and the partners is fantastic.
That's great.
Last year, I just did the impact report last year, and this was just a soft launch over 7 months because we launched in mid-May, but we served almost 180 small businesses, and we had almost 900 instances of service.
Wow.
So it was really great. There's gotten some legs under it. There's
Yeah.
demand for it. It's making a difference with businesses, and what we have experts in like access to capital, financial management, administrative services, and legal guidance. And those things are huge for small business. Like
Yeah.
all small businesses should have legal guidance,
Right.
but how many of them are afraid to pick up the phone because they don't know, like, how much is that going to cost me?
Right.
Right. They're
So
scared. Yeah.
yes, for good reason. And bridge services are also free for small businesses. They just come, and we partner with a host organization that has a space for us to come in.
Nice.
And I'll work with the host partner and see what their members of their community need. Like, what would you like to see us bring in? And then I collaborate with the subject matter experts, and we go there, and it's typically over a 4-hour period, and the subject matter expert sits one-on-one with the business owner for half an hour. So it's one-on-one personalized attention.
Nice. A sincere thank you to Wellstar North Fulton Medical Center for its sponsorship and for fostering a healthy community where businesses can thrive. We'd also like to thank WYR Detail for its quarterly sponsorship. Listeners can use code BREWSHINE to receive $25 off a full vehicle detail or receive a free interior refresh with any exterior service.
Welcome back to Brew Talks. I'm Steve Stroud, President and CEO of Roswell Inc. We're the economic development organization here in the city of Roswell.
And I'm Ashley Allen, VP of Operations here at Roswell Inc. We have one of my favorite people on today. So excited to welcome Kimber Armstrong with the Better Business Bureau. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you so much for having me. You're two of my favorite people. So this is just a happy day.
It is a happy day. It's a great partnership with the Better Business Bureau. And I think a lot of people, Kimber, don't really understand what the Better Business Bureau does. But, I've really had a in-depth relationship with what you guys are doing, and you help so many different businesses on so many different levels. So just give us, obviously you're with the Atlanta Better Business Bureau.
Right.
So tell us a little bit about that and what your role is and what it is that you as a Better Business Bureau does to help business.
Yeah, I'm happy to. And I remember the day that I met you, we were in DC on the DC fly-in, and you just looked at me when I said I was with BBB. A lot of people do that.
Yeah.
Sometimes they back away. They get scared. I'm like, we're not scary.
No.
So my role with BBB Atlanta is strategic partnerships, and that includes developing and maintaining those partnerships, and also programming out in the community.
Right.
And BBB we've been around for very, very long time. I think like 113 years now, and we were originally created because of a lack of truth in advertising. Think of like the traveling circus, snake oil salesman days.
Yep.
That was when
snake
we were
oil,
born.
Yep.
Yes. And so really we're a nonprofit. We exist to ensure trust in the marketplace for both consumers and businesses. And I get the fun job. Like, some of my coworkers are working with complaints and all that kind of thing, which is, they're important. It's part of it. And I always tell businesses, don't get scared or upset if you get a complaint from BBB. You just have to address it. And we don't tell them what to say. We just say, respond, be responsive to it. And consumers are more demanding now than they ever have been. And our research shows that they expect businesses to respond to both reviews and complaints within 1 day, whether they're positive or negative.
Right.
So
quickly.
Wow. Yeah.
And helps resolve whatever the issue is, or at least it it lessens the likelihood of it perpetuating itself.
Right, because it will just grow and get ugly if you don't do anything about it. So, and just, educating also newer business owners to be transparent.
Right.
Like on your website, have a phone number, preferably that someone's going to answer. But if you just can't put a phone number out there, then, and you could even say text only if you wanted to, but an email address that somebody's manning, just so that you've got that two-way communication if there's any kind of problem. And I know I was talking to my hairdresser one day about, customer expectations. And she, most salons use those appointment apps like Vagaro and all that. And she was saying, you are not going to believe this, but this woman tried to set an appointment up with me on this email address. And I said, well, where did she get the email address? And she said, well, it's on my website, but I don't have access to it. And I said, well, you got to get access to it and get it off of there, because think of what you're saying to people. You have this method of communication, but no one's manning it. You don't have access to it. And she didn't, she couldn't go into the website herself. And I said, you need to find somebody. That's really, really important. So people just don't always
it's just communication.
think about it.
And a lot of times we find in business, in life, it just starts with basic communication, right?
It really does.
As you said, everything's so instant now. Like the demands are greater, quicker, faster. So we get it. So talk to us a little bit about some of the programs you've got going on right now. I know you got some stuff specifically happening in Roswell, which I think is awesome.
We do. I'm excited about that too. So we are starting a 12-week program. It's a cohort. It's called BBB Breakthrough Accelerator. And BBB Atlanta was chosen as one BBB to pilot this program. It's been done in BBB. Yes, I know. It's so exciting. It's been done in BBB of Phoenix, and they also chose Chattanooga to test a smaller market. So we have to launch it and be finished with it by July. They came out in December and did train the trainer. So we are hustling and lining up our subject matter experts. And it's basically a business. Well, the way that we're structuring it is we have such fantastic partner organizations like Roswell Inc. that, I had the idea, well, let's go to our partner organizations and get them to nominate businesses for us, because it's very specific about being diverse businesses. And, we could just put a blanket call out there, but we really want that recommendation in these businesses to know that it's an honor to be able to participate and be nominated. And there's not a cost to the business owner, which is awesome.
That's
big.
Fantastic. You don't see that a lot with an accelerator program.
You don't. And they have to attend the first session and the last session in person.
Right.
And I'm working on getting sponsors for a pitch competition at the end. I think that would be a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
That would be fun.
And then the in between those other 10 weeks, it's via Zoom during lunchtime on Tuesdays. So
also, how neat.
Awesome. Yeah.
Hour and a half.
Mm-hmm.
That's great.
And this is really going to help build a foundation for doing business for these applicants, students, whatever you want to call them, that get into the program.
Yes. It's, for business owners, and it's designed to help them be able to grow sustainably. I mean, that's the problem that we see, right? Like all the work that I do with businesses, entrepreneurs are so amazing. They're so passionate about their idea. They hit the ground running, they wear all the hats, and somewhere around year 2 or 3, it's just not a sustainable model. So we're really going in and teaching them, about operations and marketing and just nuts and bolts and how to do it the right way.
And grow the business.
Right.
So applicants need to be 3 to 5 years in business.
Yes. Somewhere we want them in that phase where they are generating revenue, and they've gotten to that point where it's like, okay, I've got to do something different,
right?
Or I'm not going to survive. Yeah. And we know, all of us know, that Georgia is a great state to do business in.
It is.
But, a lot of times the minority and the women-owned businesses fall behind because they don't have access to the same resources. And that, can I go ahead and talk about Bridge? That
yes,
it's kind of a natural
segue into we're very excited about this.
Yeah. Thank you. Yes, you've done a lot of work behind the scenes to help with Bridge is our 501c3 arm, and we launched a soft launch last year with that program, and we take resources out into communities. So it's basically low barrier. We're going out and providing resources for minority and women entrepreneurs, and the feedback that we're getting from the businesses and the partners is fantastic.
That's great.
Last year, I just did the impact report last year, and this was just a soft launch over 7 months because we launched in mid-May, but we served almost 180 small businesses, and we had almost 900 instances of service.
Wow.
So it was really great. There's gotten some legs under it. There's demand for it. It's making a difference with businesses, and what we have experts in like access to capital, financial management, administrative services, and legal guidance. And those things are huge for a small business. Like all small businesses should have legal guidance.
Right.
But how many of them are afraid to pick up the phone because they don't know, like, how much is that going to cost me?
Right. They're scared.
Yes, for good reason. And bridge services are also free for small businesses. They just come, and we partner with a host organization that has a space for us to come in.
Nice.
And I'll work with the host partner and see what their members of their community need. Like, what would you like to see us bring in? And then I collaborate with the subject matter experts, and we go there, and it's typically over a 4-hour period, and the subject matter expert sits one-on-one with the business owner for half an hour. So it's one-on-one personalized attention from an attorney, from a marketing professional, from business consultants. And some of the feedback that I've heard, like I try to talk to them whenever they come out of those sessions, and one of them said that he had this idea of how to reach a goal in his business. And the business consultant that he sat down with said, well, you could do that, but if you go like this, it'll shoot you straight there in, a fraction of the time. And he didn't even think about that. It's just with these experienced people who can really
need mentors
help them.
That can help
Absolutely.
Because when you're in the middle of, I always call it baking bagels, right? It's really hard to get out and market, right? So how do you do that? And again, I use that analogy. A lot of entrepreneurs are very good at what their skill is. What their trade is, their craft, but there's all those other pieces that keep the business going. And just having somebody to lean in on, like BBB or the bridge, for example, in this case, Roswell Inc., we use that as an example, is how can we help them right to the next level so that at any time they can grow their business. So this is very exciting to have Bridge in Roswell. And tell us where it's going to be and who's the partners.
Yeah, so March 27th, that's a Friday. It's going to be from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Nexus Roswell.
Okay. That's the co-working space here in Roswell.
Where we do our Coffee Connect usually
Connects,
for all the listeners.
And I've been missing it lately.
We'll get you back. Don't worry.
You've had a few things on your plate. We'll get you for one this year.
But we have an AI expert.
Oh, wow.
Oh, good.
We have, I should have read through that list before I came. I believe we have a business consultant. We have an attorney that will be there, marketing expert. So kind of the basics of what we typically like to have there.
Awesome. What's the times?
10 a.m. to 2 p.m.
10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Do they, folks that
show up,
show up, or do they need to register?
They can, but we'd prefer they register.
So we can have a head count. Yeah.
Yes. And so our website, we have an events page, and they can go to our website, and it's there. They can register. This particular event, we're owning the registration, so it goes through Bridge's Eventbrite channel.
Right.
And there's no cost to attend, so they just go, register and come. And when they get there is when we slot them in with whichever professionals they'd like to see that day. Very often they want to see all four.
Yeah.
And, we just schedule them in, and
Perfect. Well, we'll put that Eventbrite link in either the show notes or the comment wherever this is being posted.
Yeah, because that'll help people as they watch this know where to sign up, where to go. Because again, it's another tool that BBB Roswell Inc. can offer to the community. And thanks to Nexus, any of you folks that need co-working space, great co-working space here in Roswell. Can't say enough about them and what they do, and Tom and his team over there. So,
yeah, they're really great.
Shout out for him.
Yes, big shout out. Big shout out.
Absolutely.
Anything else about BBB you want to share with us? Some exciting things that are going on.
Just, I guess I'm excited about the projects that I'm working on. I'm also out in the community talking about BBB. I'm going to the DeKalb Chamber to talk about BBB, and another business association, Henry County Tourism. Like
Right.
it's just, this is the time of year when people want speakers, I think.
Well, it's awesome what you do in your role, because you connect BBB and businesses to other resources like ourselves, other community partners that can help them grow. And I think that's always a good feeling when you can make that connection and
It really
make
is.
things happen. So
And Roswell does such a good job of that, community aspect and connecting those partnerships with resources. And it fits so well with what we do.
well, we're glad to have you as a neighbor, and we're glad to be a partner. So
Thank you.
as we always say, it's a great day to do business in Roswell, Georgia. So cheers
Cheers.
to the BBB.
It is, Mr.
Cheers.
Roswell.
Hey, cheers.